Delivered sunrise this morning. We had to take Becky's car into town, so had to go pick it up. This is actually a little later than I usually catch it. There was a couple spots on the way back that looked pretty good, but there was too much traffic and I just wasn't quick enough. So there you go, Wade. That's actually the sun and not the town that's over that way making the clouds light. And hey, big old dairy barns there. All this we're in between right now used to all go to that dairy. There was 800 acres like 100 years ago, all with that dairy. Then they sold 350 of it to a dairyman out of California who built a big fancy new flush facility. And I don't know, they were here for 25, 30 years, I guess.
It's for stuff you want to buy it.
And oh yeah, the old house is for sale even though it's been rebuilt after it burned down. But anyway, there you go. This used to be a dairy too. What do you know? Now it's sticks in the ground. Oh well, we're almost home, so I'll get you something later. This is the north end of the road we live on. To the left used to be a big sheep ranch. Then it's the nursery, and when they put the nursery in, they run earth movers out there and they busted up all the tiles underneath. So the main one is actually right up here. And it's all been redone, but not enough. This isn't too bad. Usually both these low spots end up over. And, oh, nice chunk of stick there. This has actually been flooded clear across the road up into here. Really big surprise in the middle of the night when you don't know it's flooded over. So, and you can see the water standing here. It's just a wee bit damp. Anyway, like I said before, I'll get you more. It's out. Got one bolt in the front motor mount that's seized up in there, but I can get it out. Now I just got to get it loose. Just set it in on the sawhorses. Earlier I could get a shot of the creek. No, it just looked like it was up more earlier. It's actually down from yesterday. There's a chunk of shit shoved in there underneath the bridge, but there's, I don't know, about a 5 or 6 inch gap. But I do see a spot down there in the bottom, right over the pile of tinder. You can see some standing water, and that's probably what I saw in the dark this morning. The wind has been relentless. See, there's a chunk of tree. Oh, I guess it ain't quite in the creek. Limb on that tree in the middle of the screen. It's just barely out of the creek, and that limb didn't used to be that low. A little fuzzy too. That's a little better, sort of. Fir trees in the middle there dancing pretty good. They're all dancing pretty good. Been rocking the trailer while I was having lunch too. It's like, really? Good thing I wasn't eating some really runny soup. I'd have been wearing it. And kind of everything blowing around. Somebody must be here. Probably number 2. She went to town. She got off work early. Apparently bottled wine this morning. So yeah, cows are all hiding in the barn. Steers are, oh, we're stupid, we'll stand outside. So yeah, just a beautiful freaking day. Simply beautiful. Yeah, you can't see it. There's duckies down there in the old creek bed. Only place the water's not so bad they can't be in it. There's actually quite a few. There's probably 30 of them down there. Oh, and look. I got that much out of the shop. And it's missing something. My plan was to get that engine all painted up today, but I don't think it's going to happen. No, I still got to take those motor mounts off. I wasn't going to change them, but yeah, front one's pretty good shape, but the back ones are not so good. So I'll see if I can get some. And hey, that's what it is. Flags are flying straight out. It'd be really straight out, but the wind currents off the barn kind of changed that. And I still haven't made it up the driveway to pick those limbs up. Everybody keeps driving over them, so now there's lots of little pieces. Take a pitchfork up there so I can get the shit out of the driveway. Probably should do that today, because feed truck's coming tomorrow and God knows what time. He probably don't need to run over all that. Make really tiny pieces out of it. So, just a wee bit windy. Doing a little cleanup on it. Went over this side with a little wire cup. Got most of it covered. I was kind of just goofing off when I did it. Get a little more serious with it. And yeah, I didn't set that where I wanted. I wanted to actually set it on the yoke, but by the time the other end moved a little bit, it ended up on the bearing housing, so I can fix that. Floor jack with a block on it, lift it up and shift it. I think I want to anyway, because I don't care if the yoke gets painted, but the rest of it's going to get painted. So there she is. Oh, and hey, Roosty. Yeah, we did look here. It is a BG 265. See if we can get it in there. There we go. Even focused, holy moly. And stamped into the pan, it says 220. So, but yeah, almost ready. It's one of those things when I start painting that I don't want to stop, and it's getting late enough in the day now that, I probably won't finish it, and then that's not a good thing. So I'll finish getting it cleaned up, get it so we can do it to it. Get the distributor taped off, and probably tape the fuel pump off too. I don't know. It don't matter if it's painted. It doesn't care. But try to make her pretty and go from there. Oh, and I'll take some short pieces of hose and stick over the spark plugs. They don't need to get painted. We went through the other day and made sure everything was tight, but I'm kind of wondering about one thing. I don't know if that little bit of oil right here is recent or old or what. Hopefully when I clean it up, it won't still be there, but there's a little bit, appears to be around the bottom screws, actually around the screw heads on a couple. Like that one right there. And both of those right there. So I really don't want to have to, that one's got a little too. I'm hoping it's just residue, because I really don't want to have to try to get a gasket for that and redo it. And I know I don't have gasket material for that. And I may as well take this off now. It actually worked out all right the way I had it. I was a little concerned, but it worked, so I didn't argue. Hey, that was a dustpan. Yeah, number 2 ran a creeper through the chunks on the floor, so I still have to scrape the floor. I actually took the little wire cup to the wheels on the creeper she used because I couldn't get it to scrape off. Hopefully it'll scrape off the floor. And I think I said number 2, and if I did, I didn't mean to. I meant number 1. Oh, well, whichever one I said, it was number 1. And of course, what do the dogs do? Stand in it. 2 of them were laying in it earlier. And yeah, Rainey opted to stay in with Becky after lunch, so she's hibernating. That's fine. Keeps her dry, keeps her out of this crap. Oh, it's not raining. It's not raining at all. Wind's not blowing either. Yeah, if I really had to guess, I'd say that's between an inch and a half of water actually flowing and kind of holding still on the ground. Yep, just another day in paradise. And here I've been thinking about trying to get to the barn. But it looks like that downspout down there finally cleared itself. See if we can zoom in. Yeah, it looks like that sucker's running full. Pretty freaking amazing, eh? I finished up what I was doing. I did that for probably 10 minutes. And now it's just going to go back to nice, easy rain. That's fine with me because I still got to make it to the other barn. And look, that's just from letting these guys in for this little clip. Oh, well, you didn't hear the radio either because I didn't take the time to push the button to stop it. I've been around most of that with that little wire wheel. I don't know how much more I'm going to do. I'm just probably do a little more on the valve cover. I haven't touched the pan yet. So probably just give her a good douching with some brake clean and pull that hose off because it doesn't need to be painted. It's already red, right? And we'll throw some paint on her probably tomorrow. So hey, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. And the other thing I do tomorrow is try to get the motor mounts in here that go on the buggy and get them cleaned up. Yay.